Hey guys, so today I'm going to be talking to you a little bit more about organization, but specifically calendaring out your month and what that looks like and scheduling your day. So, one of the things that I strongly believe every CEO of their business needs to have is some sort of calendar and routine. You'd never go into a Fortune 500 company, talk to the CEO and see them like running around sporadically and just throwing things randomly on their calendar and just kind of like doing whatever they feel like, right? You would never see that in a successful business. And I believe that it's the same case as a Beachbody coach. We have to be really sensitive to our time. A lot of us have families and other people to look after and relationships outside of Beachbody. So with that, I think it's really important to manage your time really well and get organized in that sense. I think we've all been there where we've been running around like a chicken with our head cut off in our business. And it's so easy with a mobile business to be attached to your phone all the time. You have your email on there, you have your Facebook on there. And so with that, without having a set schedule or calendar, it's really easy to let that business kind of like morph into other aspects of your life. So I'm going to give you a few tips today on how you can alleviate that to get organized with your business, get a really good understanding of what you need to get accomplished in the month, and how to manage your day. So a couple of things that I do. Now that I'm working full-time, my schedule's definitely more flexible. I actually found it easier to be more focused and work my business when I was working my corporate job because I had very specific hours that it was do or die. I had to work my business during those hours. Even though it was 5 a.m., that was my time to work my business. So it kind of forced me to do it. And what I do and what I did back then as well is I would calendar out my month. So some of the things that I would put in my calendar, I did it electronically and I would set myself reminders. I'm the type of person, I have a lot going on in my head. A lot of women do. We have like those busy brains that can never turn off. And I found that if I didn't set myself reminders or if I didn't put something in my calendar, a lot of times it wouldn't get done. So what I would do is calendar out specific action items. So this would include team calls or Zooms with my team. So I have an alert that goes off in my phone before every Team Fit Foundation webinar and before every Global Fit Foundation Zoom call that we do. I also take a look at the month. I sit down at the very beginning of the month and I say, okay, what do I want to add into the schedule this month that would benefit my team? And so I'll do coaching sneak peek events. I can go into that in a separate call on how I structure that, but coaching sneak peek events, I'll pick a day of the month where I want to run an event and do a little webinar for my team's prospective coaches and explain, what coaching is all about and what our team's all about. I'll also calendar out my challenge groups. And the way that I do that is I have like a work back plan. So I'll actually put the day that I want my challenge group to start on the calendar, and then I work back from there. So I'll go back and say, okay, a week before that is going to be the deadline for getting on the list for my challenge group. And so I'll put that on my calendar. And then the 2 weeks before that are my promotion weeks. So I'll actually schedule in when I'm going to do challenge group posts. And when I was busy running around, working other jobs, I would forget to do these posts. And then all of a sudden your challenge group sneaks up on you and you're like, oh crap, my group starts in a week and I forgot to post about it. Totally been there, definitely done that. So by putting these things in your calendar and setting yourself reminders, it's a really good way to make sure that you're on top of your game without even having to think about it. And so I'll schedule in other posts like coaching posts. Those are another thing that I think people will forget to post. And then 3 weeks goes by and we're like, oh shoot, I haven't really posted about coaching or the coaching opportunity recently. So those things, those very important like call to action posts that you want to make sure that you're doing on a regular basis. Because if we don't talk about coaching and if we don't talk about challenge groups and we don't give people a call to action every once in a while, nobody is gonna know what the heck we're talking about or what the heck we're doing, right? So those are things that we need to be doing on a regular basis. So now that I work from home, I do have a paper calendar. Left to right, this is the right way. Okay, so now I have a paper calendar, and I actually put this up on my wall in front of my desk so I can look at it every single day when I'm sitting down. I do still schedule things in my phone, but not as detailed as I did before, like especially with the posts now, because now I have more time and I'm always thinking about coaching posts and I'm always planning out my challenge group. I don't really need to schedule that out for myself because I am on top of that every single day and planning out my week. But when I was busy, I definitely scheduled it in my phone. So for you pen and paper people, who are a lot of you, I'll share this template in the group page, but I basically input all of the things that I have going on. So I have lots of calls every single week, mastermind calls, Zoom calls, team calls, webinars. Those are things that I want to tune into, meetings with people. I have Success Club shout out reminder on my calendar so I can shout my team out in our team page every week. And then I also have my sneak peek when I want to do my next sneak peek. I have my challenge group deadline, and then I have my coaching or my challenge group posts scheduled for Sunday and Monday nights, because that is typically when I get the most traction on my Facebook with my target demographic. So I schedule all of those in and I pin it up on my wall. And with that, it kind of prompts me to stay on top of the important things with my business. And that way I get it on the calendar, I set the reminders, I have it up on my wall to look at it, and it's like out of sight, out of mind. Even if you're a pen and paper person, I would definitely recommend setting reminders in your phone, because I have a hard time believing that we always remember to do all of these things without being prompted, right? There's just too much going on in our lives. So I definitely recommend, if you have an iPhone, there's like a calendar app. I'm sure other phones have that too. There are lots of apps. Find a calendar app that you like, that works for you. I've played around with several different ones, and I know that I'm really picky about like the look and feel of things. So download a few different apps and kind of figure out which one works best for you. And calendar out your month. So set a reminder on the first of every month. I'm not gonna lie. So this is my September calendar. Making this video just prompted me to actually like fill this out because I forgot and I blinked, and now the month is halfway over because I forgot to set a reminder in my phone for that. So now I have a reminder in my phone leading up to the first of every month to go through and calendar my month out so I know what I'm doing. Okay, so that's calendaring your month. Now, I'm going to show you the matching template. This is from a blog that I found, and they have monthly calendars, and then they also have daily calendars. Excuse my dog barking in the background. So this is a daily calendar, and what I've basically done, and like I said, when I was working my corporate job, I didn't have a choice. I had like a very specific window. So like something like this where I'm calendaring out my day never applied to me. I never did that because I didn't need to. I knew exactly when I was going to work out. I knew exactly when I was going to send out my invites and messages. I knew exactly when I was going to post to social media, and I had that planned out in advance because I had a very small specific window to work. So now that I have lots of time, I have to have more structure. Otherwise, I kind of screw around and do fun creative things because I love to be creative. So what I have here, I have my Miracle Morning, which includes my workout. I have personal development and taking while I walk my dogs in the morning right after my workout. And then I check in on my groups. So that's like, I check into my team page, I check into the Fit Foundation page, I check into my challenge groups, I comment on things, make sure that everything is good to go there. And then after that, I do Team Z. So basically I go through my Team Z, I make sure that all the circles are complete, I finish all of my messages, and just to interject here. Like, this is a perfect day. It doesn't always look like this every single day. Like, I do not always follow this schedule every single day, but this is my general guideline. Like, if I could have my perfect day, this is what it would look like. So I do my Teamsy around 11, and then after lunch, around lunchtime, I will interact on Facebook, go through my coaches' posts and my prospective customers' posts, and make sure that I'm interacting with them and commenting on their posts and liking their posts and that sort of thing. The more that we interact with people on Facebook, the more they will see what we post. So that's why it's really important to constantly be interacting with all different kinds of people, so that they can actually see what we post and what we do pops up in their newsfeed. Then I go on Instagram and I interact. Excuse me. And then in the afternoon, I have it open for to-do list things and fun and creative things. I leave that to last. Some days, honestly, I start my day with that because I need something that makes me happy. And so I will start my day with that. If I need like a little pick-me-up, if I'm having a hard time, I'll start with something that I love so I can start my day on a really good note. But I leave my afternoon open to that, and I constantly have a to-do list of different ideas for videos to make, things for live videos that I think would be a good topic, or a really cool post, or a really cool blog that I'd love to write, or like, you know, fun, creative things that just kind of expand my business or marketing a little bit more. So, and then you have like check marks for priorities here. Mine are simple. It just says, fill my cup first, help my team, love on people. It's just a little reminder to see that up there every single day, that that's what I should be focusing on. And then in the notes, I have tasks for engagement with my team, which is something that I'm personally working on. So I put these little points there, so every day I can look up there and say, did I do one of those things today? And if it's yes, then that's great. If no, then I add that to my to-do list and make sure that I knock that off. So these calendars are a great way to kind of stay on top of things. And of course, setting those reminders for yourself in your phone are absolutely crucial. So I definitely recommend setting a reminder on the first of the month or right before the first to remind yourself to go through your calendar and calendar out your month. Plot all of these different important posts and team calls and reoccurring things on your calendar so you don't forget, and make sure you set those reminders. I know that helps me a lot, and I hope it helps you too in your business. So if you have any questions on any of these things, please do let me know. Hope this helps.